Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back again to my channel. Welcome back to today's interesting video. This video is proudly sponsored by you guys, my amazing subscribers. Not really sponsored, but inspired by you guys, my amazing subscribers. I like the fact that I have intelligent subscribers, to be very honest with you. I was just reading all your comments in my last two videos and I'm like, yes, this is a tribe of people that I actually intended to have. I just like the fact that everybody's opinion was really intellectual, was really direct, was really straight to the point, was really something that people can actually come into the comment section and learn a thing or two from. So yeah, it's not just boomsy, just sharing my life, and then you get to learn and then you get to be entertained from it as well. I also have subscribers that you can learn from. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So let's just get into this video that I told you guys that you all inspired this. So yeah, in my previous two videos, if you've not seen that video, well, I titled that video, what they call it, it was an abacha video, African salad video. But towards the end of the video, I talked about like a poll that I came across on Instagram, right? So there's this lady that I follow on Instagram, and her name is Secret Place Wife. She dropped a poll like some few weeks back, and just talking about what they call it, do you regret getting married in your 20s? And a lot of people were like, they regretted getting married in their 20s, that if they knew, they would have waited. Some of them said they did it to please their parents. Some of them just said a lot of things and all. This made me go and have like deeper conversations, transcending from YouTube, just bringing it to you guys on YouTube. It made me go and have deeper conversations and also use my own experiences, so I'm going to be speaking about so many. So I had a lot of comments in the comment section that actually, and then I was talking about people that were actually saying I needed to have my own money and this and that and that and that. So I just want to just even say right now that having your own money and having your own investments and assets are two different things, right? So for example, somebody will say it's okay for you to be secured in your career, it's okay for you to be secured in your businesses and have your own money to yourself. But I want to tell you that, right, if you were earning 100,000 naira as a single person and you claim to yourself that yes, I am now very ready to get married because I'm earning 100,000 naira, and this was sometime maybe in 2006 or maybe even 2010, it's not the same value of the 100,000 naira that you're going to be spending inside marriage, right? It's going to be two totally different money you're going to be having in your hand, but same 100,000 naira. As the world progresses, you just might never know. Inflation happens, just like we have experienced in Nigeria right now. You know that 100,000 naira in 2006 is not the same value of 100,000 naira right now. So don't confuse these things by saying that I earned this certain amount of money and I'm ready for marriage. Because when marriage happens to you, it also comes with a lot of responsibilities, children as well. That 100,000 naira that you think is sufficient enough for you as a single person, I can take out this money and I would do my monthly groceries in 2006 back then. I take out this money, I do my monthly groceries in 2006. I even have a little bit of savings to save for myself. It's going to be the different thing, when you get into marriage in the long run, right? Because it was sufficient for you might not be sufficient to run a home. And I'm not just talking about women, I'm also talking about men as well. If you say that because I earned a certain amount of money, I am now ready. And I will also say that assets and having money in the bank account are two different things, right? When you say assets, I like people that like to say I needed to have my own. I needed to secure things for myself as well. That's the goal, to be very honest with you, before you even venture into situations like this, because you don't know when the money in your bank account might fail you, but the investments that you have done, be it in your 20s, before you venture into marriage, or be it in your 30s before you venture into marriage, you don't know if the investments that you have done are going to be the one that will actually even sustain you, because investments, they actually appreciate. There are different investments that you can venture into. You can read about them, like different investments. It's enough to just earn money and just say I'm ready for marriage, but it's another thing to also have assets to your name, because when your money in the bank account fails you, your assets might just be the things that you fall back to, right? So yeah, let's just get that. I'm financially ready. I'm this ready. Are you really ready? Are you really ready? If you're saying I'm financially ready, I'm very ready, I'm this, I'm that, and that, and that, and that. In your readiness, like trying to get ready as well, is not just going to be all about the money in the bank account, right? So just spend time in your getting ready as well, to also have investments that in the future, when you venture into marriage and when you begin to have children and all of that, these investments and these assets that you've had, might just be able to be the one to sustain you when inflation hits, when different things hit, and when different crises hit, right? And then there was another person that said that the person got married in the person's 30s, and they played life. Hold on, let me read that part for you. Let me read that comment section, because I pinned it down. It was such an intelligent, comment. So I pinned it, but I'm just going to be talking, like I said, I'm just going to be talking from experience. So it doesn't make that what anybody wrote is wrong, right? It's not wrong at all, but I'm just going to be talking about personal experiences and other experiences, people around me too that have experienced marriage as well. So the person said, I'm in the US and I'm married at 30. My husband just turned 31 and we are now in our late 30s. I think the difference is having certain experiences and dating. I also had already established myself in my career. That's great. To be very honest with you, that's great. I knew what I was hoping for and what I could accept and tolerate, as I had dating years and knew the game that men play. So if this is talking about, what you could tolerate in a man, it's a different thing. But we are never really, let's talk about it. We are never really mentally prepared for marriage wholesomely and totally, to be very honest with you. A lot of people say that the people that give the best advices in life and things, are people that have not experienced it. They are the ones that always have the best advices for people. People that probably have not experienced childbirth or children are the ones that always give the best advices of how somebody to train their children or how somebody to do a certain thing. So when I say are we really, I'm going to be asking that question, like, are we really truly mentally ready for marriage and the things that we can tolerate and the things that we cannot tolerate? Because marriage is real life. I mean, all the dating experiences and everything that we've had and all of that, they can never trickle down to what you actually do inside marriage. So let me give an example of real life challenges. People get married to their spec, their everything. He's nice, he's kind, just like people were talking about in my comment section. He's nice, he's kind, he does this, he does that, he gives peace of mind and all of that. But real life challenges can be situations where you guys are a happy couple and something just hits you in the marriage. Time for childbirth, you give birth to a deformed child, right? Or there's just some challenge with your child or something that can actually shake a marriage to the last of it, to be very honest with you. No matter how much you think that you are mentally prepared to be inside the situation or the institution called marriage, when real life situations hit you, I don't mean real life situation of you and your husband just had a misunderstanding, he refused to eat your food today and you people are quarreling or something. There are real life situations. Why talking to other people, right? I heard of stories when we're talking about, are you ever really mentally ready for marriage? And then I heard about a story of couple doing great, everything was working fine, finances were great and all of that, and husband was traveling out of the country, and a friend of his just told him that he should take this and give it to somebody when he gets to a particular country he was going to. And then naively he took it, and then when he got to the airport he was arrested and he's still serving jail time till now, and this is like 8 years after. His wife has not seen him. His children, little children, have grown up and they have not seen him. These are real life issues that you don't even know if you can tolerate, if you can stand the test of time to actually sit there and keep waiting and keep hoping that someday he's actually going to be released from his situation and all of that. So when we say we are mentally ready, are we truly really mentally ready? Because to be very honest with you, nobody envisages a lot of things, but experiences, I think, is what actually prepares you and makes you mentally ready inside the marriage. Like when the experiences and the real life hits you and you know that you don't have any other option, but to choose what path you need to go. If I need to stay and tolerate, if I cannot tolerate this, if I cannot, I also heard of a story, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys as well. These are real life situations and I want you guys to partake of it as well. I also heard of a story of a lady that gave birth. First child, had Down syndrome, and then second child as well had Down syndrome, and it was just so tough on her. Happy marriage, thought I was ready for everything, financially, physically, mentally, all of it, ready. I had experiences, I had dated people and all of that, but you don't know what just might hit you inside the marriage that will now test that you're mentally ready. She gave birth to 2 children, Down syndrome, and then one day she couldn't take it. She couldn't take it, having to deal with the both children, and entered inside the room, drank sniper, and left, and never made it alive, leaving the 2 children and the husband. So I'm just saying that, you just might never know. It is so easy for us to always say, I needed to prepare myself, I needed to this. When you begin to live the experience, when you begin to manifest the experience of marriage and live the experience of marriage, you would know if all your preparedness and readiness that brought you into the marriage will be actually what will take you thus far inside the marriage to celebrate 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and all of that. But I'm actually going to just end this conversation with, I also would appreciate your conversations in the comment section as well. Let's talk about what I just, spoke on. Let's talk, let's interact, right? Because I know that you guys actually are sound people and I give it to you guys. I really do give it to you guys. So I just want to just say that, in all our readiness, in all our physical, financial, and all them readiness we've talked about, that I actually appreciate in the comment section and all of that. The institution of marriage was actually founded by God, all by himself. Yes. There are companies that were founded by different people. Dangote has his company. They are just companies, and then if there are issues we live in rented apartments and all of that, if there are issues, you go back to the person that you rented the apartment from and all of that. So I'm just going to be saying that, let's just seek the face of God to make the right decisions, be it in your 20s, be it in your 30s. There are no perfect time for these things, and there are no perfect time to also go through the challenges that you will go through inside marriage, be it in your 20s, be it in your 30s, be it in your 40s, even if you built 2 mansions, 3 mansions, 5 mansions before you entered. There are no perfect time to actually get married. No perfect time, to be very honest with you. No, that's what I'm going to say to you, that there are no perfect time. Just try to seek the face of God and make sure you're making the right decision once you hear that instruction to go. So yeah, thank you guys so much for enjoying today's video, and yeah, let's meet in the comment section because I will appreciate each and everyone's opinion and contribution. Thank you guys so much, and I most definitely see you guys in my next video.